Hey, welcome to the Flannel Tribe Podcast.
What, you got some ridiculous ass shit that nobody likes?
Steve Gutenberg.
Gutenberg.
Juke. I am your mother.
Clam it or slam it.
That's a fun guy.
Did you guys have Chili's growing up?
It's a great fucking song.
80's.
I don't like the fucking dirt. Motherfucker!
And away we go.
How's my hair?
It's good. It looks like you and me are having the same hair day. I need a fucking haircut.
I think you should just let it go. You should just leave it.
I don't know. I've thought about it for sure.
Mr. Lilicker.
It's French. It's Le Liquois.
Oh, okay.
Dick Liquois. Le Liquois.
Dick Liliquois.
Yeah, and you're Anita B. J now. So we should do. We should just
no one sees it but us.
Name, right?
No one sees it but us right now.
Did you still not see one of our episodes?
Actually, you know what? No, I didn't.
Right.
No, I didn't. I'm an asshole.
Because the last one where you said, you're pointing at nothing.
Right.
I actually put that on the screen. I typed it in.
Oh, did you?
Said, normally nothing's there or something like that. But yeah, I ended up saying, and I wrote the name, and you were like, so I'm pointing at nothing. And even though you were doing that, actually, I had your name on there.
Well, yeah, I should check it out. Actually, when I re-listened to that episode after it aired or dropped or whatever it was posted, I thought it was a great episode. I thought we did a great job. Pat on my fucking back.
Mm.
Good job. Yeah, good episode, assholes.
These last two that we did, and I confuse them because the structure of them, the kind of the formula that we just didn't come up with, we just happened to do. I thought was pretty good, so I kind of confuse them.
I say our audio when listening to a podcast. I noticed the audio of all the podcasts I listen to, and I listen to a good amount. Ours sounds pretty fucking good as far as the audio department goes. And
considering it's two fucking schmoes doing this.
It's one schmo. and an
Anita.
Idiot. And Anita BJ now.
What do we got today? I'm going to get into it. My number 5.
Oh, you're starting.
I don't even know how this actually just came up. We're talking about TV show theme songs, and we're
the intro
doing
music
from the 80s. Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I didn't do 80s. I didn't do. You said, and you threw out the idea. You said, "Hey, how about TV show intros or theme songs or whatever that we really like?" But you never said, "Oh, it's got to be 80s."
No, after when I said about doing the 80s, and you said, actually, yours are all in it. I said, so what if I did something that started in 79, went through the 80s? You said, that's a 70s show.
Yeah, but I didn't think you were sticking with that. You could have done you could have had the fucking Gilligan's Island theme song for all I know.
Oh, for the love of God. Well, yours are all in the 80s?
It just by happenstance. I didn't.
Well, then we're good, because my list had gotten rearranged. And actually, I think it's pretty good.
I started writing, and this was very. They just started commenting to me, just great theme songs, great. And I'm like, oh, I should include this, blah blah blah. After you threw out the idea, in a matter of 20 minutes, I think I had about 17 theme songs that I had to narrow down.
That's where I was like, wow, I got 2.
Yeah, I had. I mean, they just came. It came easily too.
All over your face. Right.
Kind of like you on a date night.
Right in the eye.
Right. So I got it down to 6, and I had 6 up until, literally yesterday. And I got my final 5, and I arranged them in a tentative 5-to-1 order. And that's where it's at. What should we cover? You know, some time has gone by since the last episode, and some things have happened. We lost a couple people. We lost the Three Doors Down singer, who was our age, which is kind of like,
Oh yeah, he is 48.
you know, I'm not the
Yeah, what's
biggest.
it? Some sort of cancer.
Yeah,
right?
it's very unfortunate. I wasn't the hugest fan, but you know, they had a couple of decent songs. But I mean, Christ Almighty, the guy is ours at 48. You know, I'm 48. Tom is significantly older, but he's 6 months older.
Damn. Yeah, just celebrated a 49th. We tried to put, I was almost going to release that last episode on my birthday, but it ended up, like the next day, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just something I was trying to do for myself. But
Oh, you know what I wanted to bring up? It kind of got a little traction that people were like, you know, either like really for it or really like shitting on him. And, you know, surprise, surprise, it's my boy Gene Simmons opening up his mouth again. But he's, you know, he says what he wants to say. That's what he does. Also, he's 75 years old. Who the fuck cares at this point what he says? He doesn't care. What he said was he was upset about Iron Maiden not being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and other acts that may not be considered rock and roll are getting nominated. And I actually don't, maybe Iron Maiden is nominated this year. I have no idea. Basically what he was saying is that these R&B acts and, you know, like Grandmaster Flash and shit like that is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and they don't have any business being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I did see an awful lot in support of what he was saying, because, and then I saw some people like, oh, well, you know, the R&B is what started rock and roll. Like, you know, everyone knows that. I get it. Chuck Berry should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. If he isn't, he is, you know.
right.
But that doesn't mean fucking Flavor Flav needs to be in there. So what's your thoughts on that? Also, before you answer, I just want to say I really give no credibility to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as it is, because there's bands that have been eligible, like Motley Crue, for quite a while, but are not in there for whatever reason. And I think a lot of it is political, and I don't mean like political
politics, yeah.
right. I mean like who you know, who you're banging, who, you know. I don't think certain bands are taken seriously. I just think the whole institution is a joke as it is.
Well, even, you know, that goes right down even to like the music awards,
Like the Grammys.
Yeah. You know, when Jethro Tull won over Metallica for best fucking whatever it was that year.
It just that just goes to show you how out of touch they are with what it is. You know,
why don't you and I do it?
Do
why don't
what?
we host our own award show?
All right.
A music award show through this podcast,
Okay.
and then we nominate these bands, and then we fucking somehow send them some stupid little trophy, and then it fucking takes off.
You heard it here first, folks. Coming up,
Like, really? The Flannel Tribe Rock Music Award Show of the century today.
Well, MTV was giving out fucking Moon Men and shit like that. It was stupid, and that took off. So
yeah, so we can give out our little mascot with the guy with the guitar crossbones and stuff on a little something or another statue plaque.
That's great.
And yeah, we award them.
I'm sure they'll be very appreciative. Who knows? Before you know it, we'll have our own red carpet.
Throwing chairs, handies.
The whole 9 yards.
Yeah, it'd be everything.
You ever see that scene from, you ever see Austin Powers, Goldmember?
Yeah.
Where he's like, stand up, Dad, take a bow. And then they go to the fucking chair and it's empty. He's not even there when he gets an award. Ah, come on.
Of course, I'm fucking this up. And it's been forever since I seen it when it came out.
Anyway, so that's what happens. He talks, you know, he thanks his dad and he's like, stand up, Dad, take a bow. And the camera pans over to where his dad would be, but the chair's empty. His dad never showed up. That's going to be our award show when you award Nikki Sixx the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Of not calling me.
It'll pan over, and then, you know, sure enough, there's an empty folding chair.
Yeah, we'll just have a chair with a little sign that says Nikki Sixx on
This
there.
is N6.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So We are what, 25 episodes in? Right?
Into what?
I think that's what we hit. 25 episodes on
There's
this
a
podcast,
spot on
right?
Yeah, I've been counting,
And every single one we mentioned Motley Crue, and we already fucking ruined that one just now.
it's almost a requirement. We are obligated to somehow bring up Motley Crue and or one of its members.
Actually, what's funny is today, one of my customers, Bobby Script, he has a podcast,
Bobby.
which he listens. He has a podcast also called the Topic Table.
Oh, why don't we
He
do
wants
a crossover?
to come on the show.
Oh, bring him on.
Well, yeah, he wants to come on the show. We had mentioned this before. Overrated bands.
Oh, man,
he
this-
wants to be on that one especially. Even when we mentioned the other topic, what was it?
I could think of 3 overrated bands right off the top of my head that always get mentioned when someone throws out the overrated band post. Whether I agree with them or not is irrelevant, but I can think of 3 that right off the bat.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna have to figure that episode out also. So we have.
I think that'd be cool.
We have so we have that episode coming in the future apparently now, and we also have
his podcast on Spotify?
yes,
All right.
Topic Table,
All right, then I'll check it out.
TV show theme songs.
TV show intros. Did you personally keep it to the 80s?
In case we do it again for another, you could leave it open ended.
I guess that's a good idea because I can think of decent ones from probably 50s,
Right.
60s, 70s.
Right.
So since you didn't include the one from 79, was it The Incredible Hulk?
No.
All right. Well, that was just a guess.
All right, Anita.
Anita B. J now. All right. So, yeah, I picked my 5 favorite, I think. And for me, the stipulation was I had to know and obviously like the theme song. So I didn't want to look at TV shows I liked or whatever and say, oh, was this a cool theme song? Was this a cool theme song? Like I had to know it right off the bat.
Right, and that's kind of how we do it when we do the tops and bottoms of anything anyway.
Well,
You
I
have to know it.
You into tops and bottoms?
My name is Dick Liliker.
Tom's a bottom.
But anyway, only weekends.
So yeah, I had to know the theme song right off the bat. So, and I guess if I'm going first, I'm going to start with my number 5.
Yeah.
All right, we'll just play it. I'm just going to play it. We'll play it. The arguably one of the most unsettling and scary TV show intros of all time. This is Unsolved Mysteries. That was scary. Unsolved Mysteries, right? Mm-hmm. Original run on NBC from January 20th, 1987 to August 8th, 1997. Then it was picked up by CBS, Lifetime, Spike. Do you remember Spike?
Yeah, Spike TV. Yeah, that came out of fucking nowhere, it seemed. Also, we just had that channel, and there was some good shit on there.
Is this still around?
I
don't even know. And then I think you can find it on Netflix now. So Netflix picked it up. It was composed by Michael Boyd and Gary Malkin. And it won the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers Award for Top TV Series twice in 1992 and 1993. And I think if someone says, someone our age, if says, can you hum it, the Unsolved Mysteries, I think a lot of people would be able to do it.
Right now, I couldn't. But
you just heard it.
Remember that? Yeah, I know. I couldn't actually. Maybe hum it. But you remember that band practice where you fucking played it on guitar?
Well, I liked the song so
right,
much.
right there and there. Do you even
Right.
see my background?
I can see the Salvation logo, the SN logo, the
Yeah.
beat up Yamaha guitar, and then
Yeah,
a sign that
so
says I hope you crash and die," which that that
it all ties together.
that flippable thing you have behind you all the time should be in your car. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what it's for. It's
Yeah.
actually supposed to be in your car.
But I want to point out that in the and this is why people think it's so catchy or so eerie, is that within that song, aside from the behind it is what is known as the devil's triad. Ba, 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 and it's the devil's triad it can be heard in Black Sabbath, the song Black Sabbath.
Mm-hmm.
It's the root note, the octave, and then the diminished fifth, and which is known as the devil's triad or the tritone. And I mean, you can go into why it's called that. I think it was essentially meant to conjure demons or something. I don't know. So that's what gives it its unsettling sound. Scared the shit out of a lot of 12-year-olds.
Number 5, I have. Now, again, I was trying to get episodes or shows, and I was having a hard time because none of them stuck. And I know you were going to take off with this one, and for me, kind of wasn't.
Also, this topic was your idea,
right?
And
then as I got into it, I was like, "Fuck me!"
Yeah.
So this one, the Headbangers Ball. March of the SOD by SOD. Stormtroopers of Death.
Right,
with,
Scott.
Scott Ian and Charlie, what is it, Bennett? Right? Is that his
Benante.
name? Benante
Yeah.
of Anthrax in SOD. So the Headbangers Ball originally was called The Ball, which replaced Heavy Metal Mania, which began airing monthly in June of 85. It was hosted by Dee Snider then.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
Then MTV expanded the format, added more interviews with bands and stuff, and it first aired April 18th, 1987. As it premiered, though, it was briefly hosted by Kevin Seal, then by Adam Curry, and then ultimately settling on Ricky Rackman.
When I first watched a Headbangers Ball episode, it was Adam Curry.
I think so. I really can't remember. The fucking dude Justin, that's how I found out about it. He had, I think he recorded them at night. And then I was like, dude, what is this? I gotta start fucking recording this shit.
I also taped it. I did stay up to watch a few, but then I started recording it because I like to fast forward through the commercials. And you know what?
And then today you want to sit down and watch those commercials.
Well, it was on from midnight to 3, I believe, right?
Did the times change? Was it 2 hours and then 3 or something?
No, what happened was it was midnight to 3, from what I remember. And then when Ricky Rackman was into it, and I think it maybe started in the early 90s, he started doing Countdown to the Ball. So,
oh my God, yeah, that's right.
That started at 11, I think, and they would do a top 20 or 10, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then the Headbangers Ball would start from 12 to 3, but it was Countdown to the Ball from 11 to 12, if I remember correctly.
Right.
Interestingly enough, I have some VHS tapes in my box of the recorded Headbangers Balls.
In your box, Headbangers Balls.
There's balls in my box with the commercials. I wrote this on paper. I took notes for this.
That's weird.
Yeah. I didn't just open up Wikipedia on the left side of my screen.
I got notes on my left side of the screen. I have all the notes written.
So this is and I got to tell you, all my TV show intros, you'd be hard pressed to find better ones.
Yeah.
I think I got some fucking bangers. I got to tell you.
All right.
You know.
So let's hit your 4.
Number 4, the coolest fucking helicopter to ever hit the airwaves. This is the theme song for Airwolf, motherfucker. Airwolf aired for 4 seasons from January 22nd, 1984 to August 7th, 1987. That badass synth, and that's a fucking killer. It was supposed to be a supersonic helicopter. So a helicopter that can break the sound barrier. It was a Bell. No, I didn't do this. This is about the fucking song. So, but if I remember, it was a Bell helicopter, like a 222 or something like that. I don't even know. I loved that helicopter when I was a kid. Loved it. I don't know why, I just did. That the wheels went up and you didn't have, it had like landing gear. Do you remember Airwolf? Did you watch the show?
I do know it. Didn't care for it.
Well, I got to say, it's been a very long time since I've seen an episode of Airwolf, and some of the dramas, the action dramas, are tough to watch. But I liked it. But this is about the theme song, though.
Yeah.
The theme song is fucking banging. It's anything that's like synth, and you know me, with that fucking, it's just badass. You heard it. You heard it like a couple minutes ago. Composed by Sylvester LeVay, who wrote on his keyboard, probably.
His Casio.
His Casio keyboard that he got at Kmart that had the pre-recorded Radio Shack, the pre-installed drum beats in there.
Yeah.
That was number 4. Airwolf. That's a fucking badass tune, dude.
I was actually going through all the different shows, and I listening to their music and checking it all out and stuff. I pulled that one up. I quickly shut that one down. And again, I didn't.
What's the matter with you?
I don't think I watched a full episode. I don't really think I did.
I think you need to talk to someone.
I am.
Like most things that are cool, you're not really into. All
right. Well, so my number 4. The series premiered on ABC January 31st, 1988, right after Super Bowl 22. And it ended May 12th, 1993. And TV Guide named it one of the best, top, like the 20 best shows of the 80s. And Rolling Stone ranked it number 63 on a list of 100 greatest TV shows of all time.
And it lasted 5 years. I'm just trying to guess in my head what it is.
Yeah. Official soundtrack released in 1988 by Atlantic contains a total of 13 tracks, with this cover song, which was the theme song. With a little help from my friends, it's Joe Cocker doing the Wonder Years.
What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song. I will try not to sing out of key. Yeah. Oh, baby, how you all I need is my buddy. I say I'm gonna get high.
I was going to say that. When you said this cover song, I thought of it.
Of course, my these two songs are actual real songs, like taken from an album in a sense.
That's all right. They're used for TV
No,
shows.
no. What I'm just saying it was. I think that was actually the first time hearing the song was when the show would come on.
I think the same for me
In
too.
Joe Cocker's version.
To me, Joe Cocker's version is the version.
Right, and I think back then I didn't even realize it was a Beatles song.
I
'Cause
probably
never heard
didn't.
the Beatles version.
I probably didn't know till later. But even after hearing the Beatles version, Joe Cocker's is the version. It's just
Right.
the better.
It definitely is.
There's something about the way he sings, even though he does the way he sings is just so. It's just very good.
Yeah, yeah. I like that song. Now the show itself, I did watch it sometimes. I wasn't like, oh man, new episode, I got to see it. And you know what's weird is I think my parents kind of would watch it a little bit more
We watched
because it was their period.
as a kid. Now you said the show started in '88.
88, yeah.
Yeah, so
Beginning of
11,
88.
12. So as a kid, we all watched that show as a family every time it was on. And it's not because it's like, oh, gather around. It's just because we were watching TV and that's what came on. And it was my mom who was like, that was her era. And that was just, she really related to that show. I liked watching Winnie Cooper and I liked watching Fred Savage. What's his daughter? What's his sister's name? Anyways,
I don't know.
what's his fucking name on the show? Kevin Arnold.
Yeah.
And his sister, the blonde chick, she was pretty hot. She is the girl from Conan the Barbarian.
I saw that not long ago.
Mm-hmm. She's like the queen person.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But on this show, apparently what kind of ended the show.
And Kevin and his brother was the fucking dickhead brother from Back to the Future. Remember?
How the show started to kind of come to an end was that there was a lawsuit,
Oh, really? I
a
didn't know
sexual harassment.
that. Uh-oh.
So the costume designer, I guess her name is Monique Wong, she filed a sexual harassment charge against Fred Savage and that Jason Hervey. And it brought, shitty publicity to the show. And
What kind of sexual harassment could fucking Kevin Arnold do?
well, I mean, yeah, they were kids, and I don't know how old Monique was at the time or what, but all that, the bad publicity, kind of ended up bringing the show to a close.
Well, it happens. He ended up providing the voice for Oswald, the little octopus, because I know that's a kids show, and my daughter used to watch it when she was little, and I'm like, oh, I recognize that voice. And then I don't know when or what year it was, but I remember being home watching a movie and seeing Fred Savage in it, and he was an abusive boyfriend. Like, he was fucking brutal to this chick, and I was like, holy fuck.
Huh.
I mean, Kevin Arnold was just complete different type of role for him.
Wow.
But I was
I
like,
don't know.
yeah, really fucking, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe he's acting this
What
way.
was that movie? And everybody wanted to see it for the one fucking scene of like 23 seconds of Super Mario 3. What was the video game movie he was in?
It's not Little Monsters, is it? That's not
No, he was in that. No.
that's not a video game movie, but
The Wizard?
is that the movie or are you quoting Wizard of Oz?
No. The Wizard? Nobody ever seen The Wizard. I think that's what it's called, The Wizard. It was a video game movie. That was
Yes.
where you first saw...
It's The Wizard, 1989.
Yeah, that's where you first got to see video footage of Super Mario 3. That's where they kind of premiered it. It was in there. They were doing some game competition or some shit. And it was up like on a big screen, I think. And I think everybody was excited for that game.
Yeah.
And that was it. I think I rented the movie or something just to see what Super Mario 3 was going to look like.
I'm in my top 3 now, right? Because I did.
Yes, you is.
Right. So we talked about Unsolved Mysteries.
Mhm.
We talked about Airwolf, and this list just keeps getting cooler and cooler.
And we'll be right back after these messages.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I think we did that in another episode way early on.
Yeah, it just keeps getting cooler here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hold on to your fucking seats, people, because we've got Hawaiian shirts, we've got Ferrari 308s, and we've got a banging mustache. We got Magnum PI.
It was 80s, huh?
Of course it was.
That's when it first came out?
Yes. Magnum PI, CBS, December 11th, 1980 to May 1st, 1988. That's a badass fucking theme song, dude. Not to mention Tom Selleck. Tom Selleck. I don't think he had any trouble with the ladies, and I think it was the
mustache rides
Mm-hmm.
provided.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's why I grew mine in.
Right. So the Magnum PI theme song, PI stands for Private Investigator. In case you didn't know.
What does Magnum stand for? Condom?
That's the nickname he gave to his gun. Remember Higgins? Man, what a show. That's a great... Watch that show.
Fucking didn't watch that show either.
You know what you watched? You watched the inside of your eyelids. That's what you watched through the
I
whole
didn't watch
80s.
that show either. Nope, didn't watch it.
So in the Magnum PI theme song, composed by Ian Freebairn Smith, Mike Post, and Pete Carpenter. We got to give props where props are due.
Peter.
Right, Pete Carpenter. He's third on the list, though. And it's fucking banging, dude. And you know you just heard it. And when you turn this episode off of the Flannel Tribe podcast, you're going to be singing it in your head. Or if you're listening in your car, I guaranteed you might have put the gas pedal to the floor and pretended you were driving a Ferrari 308 in 1982 or something. Well,
anyway,
you would think, since that song's my number 3, you would think, oh my God, how does it get any cooler than that? But it does. I mean, stay tuned.
I'm really, you know what? This whole time, though.
Let us get through Tom's, and then we'll get to the good stuff. You know?
I really, really think you and me have the same number ones.
I don't think so, bro.
Or maybe you missed it. It's one or the other.
I like things that are cool. You tend to gravitate towards the, if it's cool, you're not into it type of thing. So,
anyhow,
we'll see.
Right,
I mean, this is going to be great. It's going to be fucking great. Let's get Tom Selleck on the show.
Mustacheless.
He did go without a mustache for a few years.
Yeah.
Sans mustache. And I don't think people dug it. Kind of sucks to have like a mustache be part of your thing because you can't change it. And if you know me, I change constantly. Like I have hair. Sometimes I don't have hair. I have a beard. Sometimes I don't have a beard. Mustache. I change a lot.
Because the way you are, you can grow a beard in fucking 3 hours. It's fucking weird, man.
It does grow
so
fast.
Weird.
I'm Italian.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's fucking weird. It always has been. It's like you fucking show up, nope, nothing. Next day, bang! How the fuck do you have a fucking ZZ Top shit going on?
Full beard. Well, I just
You-
don't.
like,
I don't shave.
You just left my house last night.
That's how you let it grow. You don't shave.
Oh man. So you want my number 3?
If you have one on par with Magnum PI.
All right. Well, the pilot episode was hosted by actor Raymond Burr.
Perry Mason.
Carl Malden also.
I don't know who that is.
It came out January 20th, 1987.
Okay.
No, not
Nothing.
there yet.
Nothing yet. Nothing yet.
Well, let's just go into it.
Go
With
ahead.
The Devil's Triad, Devil's Interval, and stuff. Let's go with Unsolved Mysteries.
And I have January 20th, 1987 right here. I'm like, nope, I got nothing.
So, yeah, the pilot episode was hosted by actor Raymond Burr. Carl Malden and Robert Stack were also hired to host further episodes. But then Stack actually becomes the host when the show goes full-time series, because it wasn't at first.
And Bob Stack, even his voice is like, oh shit, I don't know.
If you or anybody else has seen or has any information leading to the jerking off of these two guys in a Bonneville, handies.
Handy's in the back of a Bonneville.
Yeah.
I kind of thought we were going to duplicate on this one because we sort of have a past with the Unsolved Mysteries theme song. It's badass. It just is, And so I learned. So back then I learned how to play it on the guitar.
Yeah.
And so I used like heavy distortion, and I played the theme song on the guitar. It's like meant for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a great theme song.
It
great.
definitely is.
It's a great fucking song. So I'm looking through my list when you're like, oh, January 20th, 87. But I looked at what I had left, and I'm like, no, I don't have that.
Yeah.
But turns out, let's get Bob Stack on. Wait, is he dead?
I mean, come on, he's like 309 years old. No, why would he be dead? He was from way back on the Untouchables.
He was in Airplane.
Yeah. You ever seen a grown man naked?
You ever
I
been to
need
a Turkish prison?
BJ now? Should we go?
You like gladiator movies?
Flannel Tribe Season 3.
Okay.
Turkish prison tour.
Unfortunately, we will not be having Robert Stack on the show.
No? Why? What happened?
He passed away.
He left us?
Yes, he has left us. Great voice though, this fucking guy. He passed away in 2003. So if he were still alive,
It's like 3 years ago.
it feels like it, but yeah. If he were still alive, he would be 107 years old. So
I was close.
it's possible that people live to 107, but no, he did not make it that far. He died in 2003.
Erase that.
Poor little. Let's cross that out. Right, Nikki 6.
Let's go back to the original fucking idea.
So much for Bob Stack.
Call me Nikki. I need a BJ now.
I need a B. J now. Yeah. So I guess
don't know.
we'll go with my number.
These top two
What?
between you and I. Oh man, I am so fucking curious.
Are you wet?
Damn.
Slightly moist.
That was what I was going to say next.
But were you going to say this? This theme song slaps. All right. This was one of the first ones to go up on my list when we decided the topic for this episode. It was a given, and it is the theme song, and I'll just play it right here. The theme song to Knight Rider.
Knight Rider, a shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who does not exist. innocent, the helpless, the powerless, in the world of criminals who operate above the law.
Knight Rider
They're
NBC show.
redoing that. They're rebirthing that, I think.
Is the Hoff in it?
I don't know, but
Because it's not.
I kind of seen some shit online.
Well, if he's
David
not in it,
Hasselhoff?
David Hasselhoff. If he's not in it, I don't have any interest.
David Hasselhoff.
Don't hassle the Hoff, please.
Didn't he have a jacket that fucking lit up on the back?
Maybe he did.
I think so. I think he had like this like white pleather jacket and it like lit up on the back, and maybe it said the Hoff or some shit. I thought he did in his fucking concerts.
He's an entertainer, and he can sing well, and people dig him. So I don't know.
You would think this show he would have sang lyrics to the Knight Rider song.
I think he did have an album out at that time. He's got a few albums. His first album is it's fucking heavy. No, it's not heavy, but I mean the cover of it is crazy.
It's a brick.
It's
the cover?
It's very 80s. He's like climbing over rocks, and he's got this guitar.
Is that David Lee Roth and Skyscraper?
No, it's I'm picturing it in my head. I can't really describe it anyway. But that's
we'll pop it up. We'll pop it up right over there. I'll just put it right there.
All right. Bam. Knight Rider, NBC, premiered September 26, 1982, ran to April 4th, 1986. The theme song was composed by Stu Phillips with Glenn A. Larson, who is also the creator of the show. But since Stu seems to be getting the lion's share of the writing credits, I think Glenn Larson might have written the spoken part, but that's just my takeaway. I could be wrong. He created the show anyways.
Yeah.
What is cooler than the Knight Rider theme song?
My top two?
Well, my top one is cooler, but it doesn't get much cooler than that. Also, I want to point out the voice of Kit, William Daniels. It was Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World. You didn't watch Boy Meets World?
Nope.
Come on, Topanga?
No, I know of those names. No.
All right. Well, anyway.
Nope.
So if you know Knight Rider and what Kit sounds like, that is William Daniels, and he is...
Michael.
Right. And he is Mr. Feeney, the principal from Boy Meets World.
Too many mics. Michael. Microphone.
Michael Knight. That's cool.
Yeah. No.
I used to have a Kit toy when I was a kid, and it was a what is that? Trans Am? That's a Trans Am. And it was, I don't know, maybe I would say maybe a foot. It was a big car. You pull down the license plate, and it has like it would speak. It would say lines from the show and shit. It was very cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was cool.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Yeah. You didn't have any toys either.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I was deprived.
It's got serious. I was beat regularly.
So, growing up, it was really rough in my house.
I didn't get a fucking Michael Knight kit car.
No. I got reduced lunch tickets.
What's a reduced lunch ticket?
All right, so you weren't poor.
You got a discount on lunch?
At school? Yeah.
That's fucking badass.
It's like EBT today.
Hmm.
In a sense, I guess.
My mom would send me to school on Monday.
Beat. Broken leg.
With and this is no joke, with $5.
Yeah.
She'd give me a $5 bill. And on Monday, I was to go to the office with that $5 and get a lunch ticket. And they would give me a credit card sized, business card sized.
Right. Green.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got reduced lunch, you fucking dummy.
No, I didn't.
That's what it was.
It was a fucking $1.
Right.
Lu-
Yes.
No, whether I went with the ticket or with $1, it was the same price.
And then they would punch hole it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
so
it
that
was
you didn't
reduced
have to
lunch.
carry cash. It wasn't reduced. That was the price. The lunch was $1, and an ice cream was $0.25. I never had a fucking quarter for the fucking ice cream.
So yeah, I used to get the little business card, green fucking. It was a reduced lunch ticket.
You mean it was more than $1 the whole time?
Yeah, probably like $1.25, maybe something like that.
What are you saving? $1.25 throughout the course of the week?
In the 80s.
I don't know if it was. I don't know if
Yeah.
that was it, bro.
Well, I remember getting the reduced lunch ticket, and it was that mint green with black print,
Absolutely, yeah,
and then they punched the holes.
yeah. But you
to
had
let
it. But
you
it was
know.
so you would go to the
And
office.
if you got lunch 4 times that week, your 5th one was free.
I'm talking. This was like K through 4. This is Baldwin school.
Yeah, because if your family made under a certain amount, you could apply for it. Like your family could apply for reduced lunch. So even if say your family is doing well. So say at that time your family is making whatever, say 20 grand a year, which was probably good money in the 80s.
I don't think it
But
was.
I don't know. I don't really know the conversion. But
Just for the sake.
Yeah, there was something, but my father was the only one working at the time, and my mom didn't, and then there was 3 kids. So yeah, we used to get the little green ticket. So for me, it was a reduced lunch, or in some instances it was a free lunch. But I know it was a reduced lunch for me, and then there was a point a little bit. That's weird. Bunch of Austin's pictures just fell off the shelf. So anyway.
How about that?
So yeah, and then I remember later on, it was like I got free lunch. Because I remember my dad had the roofing business and stuff, and then he wasn't doing it anymore and all that. So financial issues. So then I ended up getting that ticket and getting free lunch. Shit, I don't know if that was like junior high. Of course, now it's called middle school. But yeah.
That's not Swift for me. When I had the green card, it was Baldwin.
No, but yeah, I had it way early on too, the green card. In elementary.
And it was because lunch was $1, and I'm talking K through 4. And so I didn't have money. My mom would send me with $5, and I had to go to the office and get a card, and they punched a fucking card.
All right, well, whatever. You're better than me. Anyway.
Is that what I'm saying? I'm just trying to fucking.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I know. For me, at least. So anyway, my number 2.
Oh yeah, Kit, Knight Rider, and now we're on to year 2. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
So that was your.
That was my number 2. That was my number 2.
Oh, your number 2. Damn, already. Wow, this is going by fast. An international co-production from Canada to the UK and the United States. I'm going to point out this right here. I have to. Because of the 70s and 80s thing, when I mentioned it to you in the text, I wanted the Muppet Show here. The Muppet Show was going to be my number 2.
That's a great theme song. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, who does that part? The old guys
Your mother.
up in the Abe Lincoln seats.
Waldorf and what's the other one's name? They have names.
I know they do, and I don't know what their names ever were.
One is Waldorf. I'm certain.
All right. So number 2 would have been The Muppet Show. But instead,
You know, you
We
could
go
have
with-
used it.
well, I didn't. I figured it'd be an honorable mention. So
Well,
instead,
save it for next. Save it for when we do the 70s. Then.
yeah, I go with Fraggle Rock.
Oh shit! All right. Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Do. So yeah, this here, there was at least like 4 different versions of the human, like the real world stuff, because the Fraggles were on the ground, and then you had Doc and Sprocket.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the real world where traveling Matt went. Fucking what? Gobo's fucking uncle. Uncle Traveling Matt.
Oh,
so those human wraparound segments, there was at least 4 different versions of those
Wow,
because
I never
this was
actually.
international.
I never even thought of it. I didn't even write this down. And this song's an earworm too. Gets stuck in your ear.
Yeah. Which I found this interesting when I was doing a little bit of research on this is, you know, the original North American version that we know of was filmed in Toronto, and it features the inventor Doc and his dog Sprocket. Then there's the British version. Fraggle Rock is a rock-filled sea island with a lighthouse, and the exterior footage was shot showing the lighthouse of St. Anthony's Lighthouse located near Falmouth in Cornwall. I don't know. I don't live there. I'm not positive. French version takes place in a bakery where the version of Doc is a baker and his French sprocket is called Crockett or
Baguette.
Okay. Crockett. Then there's a German version that
Shit.
takes place beneath a workshop of the inventor Doc.
Did Jim Henson have his name on all these different versions?
Yes. So
So he was getting paid then, huh?
So Fraggle Rock was co-produced by British television company Television South, CBC, American Pay Television Service, HBO, and Henson Associates. So it was big. The German version takes place in a workshop of the inventor, beneath the workshop of the inventor. The series was named, and it's in German, but written in English, it's Die Fraggles.
The Fraggles.
Right,
The-
it's Die Fraggles. But
Well,
it debuted
Die
in
is
1983. Well, I'm part German, and I don't know. But they use these creatures, these puppets, all that,
They're
to
not
deal with serious issues like
They're real.
prejudice, spirituality, personal identity, and the environment, social conflict. That's what these episodes kind of were really all about, the morals of it. But
What were the little construction guys called? Doozers? Doozlers?
doozers.
Doozers? They were pretty cool. And Trash Heap. Trash Heap was badass.
Yeah, Madam Trash Heap.
Yeah.
The Trash Heap has spoken. Yeah. The Gorgs. Whoa, Fraggle! Junior!
What I remember about Fraggle Rock was that it was on HBO. That's the only way you could see it. And we did not have HBO. HBO at that time was Channel 17. I remember because I remember numbers very easily for some reason.
69.
Yeah, 69. But we didn't have HBO, but we had I don't know, my dad, he was like the first fucking one to have a D scrambler or what. I don't know where or who he got it from. I have no idea. But we had HBO, we had Cinemax, we had fucking
Skinamax and Plabo.
man, we had Cinemax was 15, HBO was 17, MTV was 25. I was watching Rock, Flaggle Walk, illegally. I was watching Fraggle Rock illegally, so I'm sorry, Home Box Office and Jim Henson Productions, but you got no money from me, pal. Years later, I did buy a Fraggle Rock DVD, so you're welcome. I did pay a little bit.
So maybe you and I don't have the same top two. Maybe Unsolved Mysteries is it.
Well, no, I've already done my two, which was Knight Rider.
Right. But
and I know if what the listeners are thinking at this very moment. They're thinking, my God, how are you going to top Knight Rider as a theme song?
Something tells me actually you don't have my number one, and when I mention it, you're going to be like, motherfucker.
I'm
right.
Admittedly, I did not think of Fraggle Rock, and that's a great theme song. So, which is a great number two. I don't have anything.
And I had a feeling with some of these songs or some of these shows that I had a feeling where you were going to go with it.
I started writing things that popped into my head immediately, and then, for example, one of the things that immediately popped into my head was the Golden Girls and Growing Pains.
Yep. That's exactly what I figured.
Show me that smile. Ooh, show me that, And then as I'm writing theme songs, and I'm like, oh no, this one's better. This one's better. This one's way better. So I, was crossing out the ones. So shows like, as much as I love the Golden Girls, and I love that show, there are theme songs that are cooler than Thank You for Being a Friend for me. However, in my list, I cannot find one cooler than my number one. That's why it's my number one. Do you have a guess? Well, let's give you the years. I'll tell you what. Here's what I'll do. I'll give you the fucking the stats of this song, and we'll see if you can guess what my number one TV show is.
Oh wait, no, hang on. I already know it. I know it.
Wait. The show started. It was an NBC show. Started on September 16th, 1984.
All right, so we don't have the same.
Okay, and it went all the way to January 25th, 1990 is when it ended.
Oof.
Right. The theme song, this happened often back in the day, in the 80s, 70s. The TV theme songs were popular, and they were released as singles. Welcome Back, Kotter was the one that was released as a single. Thank You for Being a Friend, the Golden Girls, that was released as a single. This was also released as a single in 1985.
I really think I know.
It peaked at number one. It was the number one song on the Billboard Hot 100. It was number 5 in the UK and number 4 in Canada. In 1986, this song won 2 Grammys for Best Instrumental Composition and Best Pop Instrumental Performance.
Instrumental?
Yes.
No vocals in this?
No vocals.
Huh.
All right.
You definitely don't have mine, so that's cool.
And here's another thing. This song, when it was part of the show's soundtrack, released as a soundtrack on a record album, it was on top of the U.S. album charts for 11 weeks in 1985. 11 weeks. And for 30 years, it remained the most successful TV soundtrack of all time.
When did the show end?
1990. Started in 84. For 30 years, it was the most successful TV show soundtrack of all time until Disney's High School Musical was released, and that became a very successful TV show soundtrack. This one held that title for 30 years.
I gotta I have one on my mind, but I don't know if that's it.
And
but-
those I skipped the part where I said who it was written by because I think if I say the writer, either you will know or the listening audience will know. I love the show, and in the 80s, there is no one cooler than this guy. I mean, not even the Hoff. There's no one cooler than this guy in the 1980s. You ready?
Mhm.
The song, written by Jan Hammer, it is the Miami Vice theme song.
Jesus Christ.
No, Jan Hammer. Were you going to guess that?
Nope.
What was your guess?
Never. For a second, I was going to say Cheers.
That's a great choice. But
Mm-hmm.
but when I said instrumental, that's not it.
Right. And mine, you're going to, when I bring it up, you're going to be like, fuck me. All right. So next episode,
We'll get into Tom's number one. We'll leave you hanging for it's like when they finish the episode of a show and then they make you watch the next episode.
yeah.
They leave you
Actually, we
hanging.
should do that. All right. Thanks for listening, you guys.
Right. Thanks for stopping
Can't
by.
buy a shirt because our thing expired.
Oh, we have to. You know what? We have to find a new method for shirts. I guess you have to remain active with it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there's something that's got to be in there, sales and all that stuff, because nobody buys our shit. Not even when we talk. I ain't buying that.
I don't believe a word.
So anyway,
comes out
my
of your
number
mouth.
one. Right. I'll talk about next episode. I gotta go.
Do I have the Miami Vice soundtrack on vinyl? Yes, I do. I should have had it at the ready. I do have it on vinyl. The guy that no one is cooler is, of course, Don Johnson in the role of Sonny Crockett. It just doesn't get any cooler than that guy. I'm sorry. Well, everyone had a song back then. We should do an episode like that. He had his song Heartbeat. You know, Eddie Murphy had his song Party All the Time. Everyone had a fucking song back then.
I don't believe I ever watched an episode of that.
It's a crime drama. It's not like it.
I wasn't into any of those. I really, it's like stuff would be on.
The thing about Miami Vice is that it's a crime drama, but it's when and where it takes place that was iconic then and is still iconic now. It was about the fashion and the songs because they used in their soundtrack, they used like actual, like In the Air Tonight, Phil Collins, actual songs. So it was for a while, if your song is featured on Miami Vice, it was going to be a popular song. It was a hit show, and a lot of people based, loafers with no socks, that was all because of Sonny Crockett. It was just,
That's his name in the show.
Yeah. I don't know if it's what is that? Like trend setting or whatever it is, people would do that. It was a hit show. Also, Glenn Frey's "You Belong to the City" is on that soundtrack, and that along with Jan Hammer's Miami Vice theme song is what made that album as big as it was. Because "You Belong to the City" was pretty popular too.
This is probably something you forgot, apparently, because it's not on your list.
Well, that's okay then. That's good.
Right.
A little bit of variation here.
Oh, we do. This show did not last long whatsoever. And I was actually really surprised.
Or
when
it might be because I remember I said I had 6, and I had to let one go. Remember, so maybe this is one of my 6th.
September 30th, 1985.
No, I don't think that's it.
And it ended November 26th, 1986.
Huh, just a year, really, a little over a year.
Right. 2 seasons. And the first season, which I really can't believe, the first season produced 65 episodes.
All right, so that tells me it's a cartoon.
Okay. Second season produces 10 episodes. And then it was done. Composed by Shuki Levy and Haim Saban. Saban? I don't know. I didn't really look up the pronunciations.
Sorry, Suki.
This series was based on action figures by Kenner. Then the cartoon came out. This is Mobile Armored Strike Command, Mask.
Masked crusaders working overtime, fighting crime. Secret raiders who will neutralize soon as they arrive. The Trackers gonna lead the mission, and Spectrum's got such supervision. Masked is the mighty power that can save the day. No one knows what lies behind their mad charades. Always riding hard on Venom's trail. Come see the laser rays. Find a way. Yeah, it's on my list. It's in there. Mask.
Yeah.
And I call the Mask theme song original synthwave, like the original model of synthwave. Yeah, it's not instrumental, and it's badass, and I didn't forget about it. But when you said the first season was that many episodes, I knew it was a cartoon because they only did that for fucking cartoons. I don't know why, but that's how they do it. That's how they did it. Like He-Man, the first season of He-Man was like 75 episodes or something stupid like that. The Mask theme song is badass. The show was badass. I liked it. What
I was so surprised
is how quick it came and went?
Right. So what really fucked them was season 2 was really based around racing. Almost like sometimes it was almost like because you had Venom and you had Mask. And almost like they were like not friends or they were racing against each other. They were somewhat on a friendly level. So they started adding new vehicles and all that. So it was funny because when I discovered that shit, looking it up.
When did you say the show started? 85?
Started September of 85, ends November 86.
I had a lot of the toys. I remember being a big Mask fan. I don't know if you were.
I was a huge Mask fan. The toys, obviously, all those toys are expensive. Transformers, more than meets. I was almost thinking of throwing that in here.
I wasn't. I tell you what, my number 6 was real quick. Was a cartoon, and I really wanted to include it, but I felt like these were
G.I. Joe.
No, man, it was the Thundercats theme song.
Oh yeah, Thunder,
right? Ba-ba-ba, Thundercats. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Fucking never liked that show.
Oh, you're an asshole.
No, no, I just really didn't. They were cats. They were pussies. My number 1 would have been Just a Good Old Boys. Never meaning no harm.
Beats all you
that
ever
was
saw. But that's the Dukes of Hazzard. We got to save that for our 70s.
right. So that was going to be my number 1, and then when we were sticking with the 80s,
who's that?
Show came
Who
out
is that?
79.
Who's
Waylon Jennings?
Waylon Jennings? Yeah.
So I had to rethink, like Muppet Show and Dukes of Hazzard was on the list, and then when we changed it, it was like I got to redo it all. But Mask, it's like it is like that. I could hear that getting released today.
I can too. I'm actually glad it's in our episode because I liked it and I wanted to include it, but I didn't include it. So I'm glad it's making the cut.
Yeah,
because it's cool. Even the
Yeah.
video of the, you watch the video, the intro is badass.
but yeah, it was the toys came out first, then the cartoon came out.
They always did that. He-Man was like that too. It's because the cartoon was just a half-hour commercial to sell the toys.
Yeah, I was that one I didn't realize, but
Oh, He-Man was the same
10
way.
episodes, and I don't really know. For us, I know we watched it and then got the toys. Remember fucking He-Man's chest? If he hit it, he had the armor plate and it flipped and then it was dented.
That was Battle Armor He-Man. That came on a little later, but yeah, I had that and the Skeletor.
Yeah.
I had the fucking Venom mask, the big tractor trailer.
The purple one.
It was called Outlaw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what's funny is season 2
the
comes
trailer
out.
opened up and it was a big fucking these vehicles, and I had Matt Tracker's car with the gull-wing doors and shit. I had all that.
So in season 2, like I said, it was about racing and all that. And this one episode comes to mind when I read that it was about, it leaned more towards the racing, car racing and all that stuff. I remember a demolition derby, and they had the purple mask truck, but then I remember a white one. And looking it up, that is the first episode of season 2, and it's called Harrowing Demolition Derby. And Venom agents discover that one of their own, a new Venom recruit named Boris Bushkin, is actually a masked double agent who foils their plans to eliminate masked member Buddy Hawks.
You know what?
And he had
I don't think I
the
ever
white
saw.
truck cab. And I was like, oh my God, there's 2 like trucks in this. I thought it was so cool because the purple one, all right, and my father was a truck driver. So the purple one, Outlaw, was a long-nosed Peterbilt. The white one that Boris drove was a cab over.
I don't know what that is, but I know I had. It's like, so I guess I never saw a single episode of season 2.
You may have, but it's so strange. It was like that was such a big part, and it was only like a year. That's what's fucking crazy. And I think because of 65 fucking episodes, made it seem like not a year. It was always on.
Yeah. Well, that's just how they did it with those cartoons, man. Yeah, I had so many masked toys, and I feel like it wasn't as popular as I think it was. You know what I mean? The figures were
Almost like underground popular because
they were the size of
you
like
had-
GI Joes, right?
right.
Then
So
they
you
had
had
the
Transformers and
big
GI
helmet.
Joes, and then you had Mask because there was no other toys going on.
I didn't have too many.
Well, sorry, and you had He-Man, but in those
Dude, He-Man
the ones
was
with
massive.
the vehicles, yeah, but the ones with the vehicles, you had Transformers and GI Joe.
Well, He-Man had. Oh my God, I wish I still had half my. I had so much. GI Joe and He-Man were like my main things. Loved them. I had Snake Mountain. I had Castle Grayskull. I had all the fucking vehicles, He-Man and all the figures and that. And G.I. Joe, I had tons of G.I. Joe stuff, but I never got the aircraft carrier. No one got
Yeah,
the
that was
fucking.
fucking huge.
No one got that. You ain't getting that. That thing was like.
Mask stuff though. Mask.
I had Outlaw. I had Matt Tracker's car. I remember I had one that was like.
It was a Camaro. You had the fucking like Ford Bronco one.
Yeah. And I remember one that was kind of like a
The
jet
green
ski.
bike.
It went.
Oh,
it went on
that
water.
was Gator. It was the Dodge pickup truck that ended up having that like jet ski thing. I believe it opened up and it came out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you had, I think Buddy Hawks was the one that had the green motorcycle that turned into a fucking helicopter.
Yeah, I think so. He can sit on the bike, but it's also a fucking helicopter. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, something flipped and it was a fucking helicopter. The Camaro was Matt Tracker.
I think they were pretty creative for fucking toys.
Right. Oh shit.
Can you even stream that show anywhere? It's
That
gotta be on YouTube.
I didn't write that fact down, but I think this was the one. It was pulled from Transformers and G.I. Joe to create Mask, the toys.
I could see that. I could see
was
that.
the whole. Yeah,
I could
the
see
whole
that because
premise.
the vehicles kind of became. It was when you think about it, it's really really smart because they make it like you have to buy the figure and the vehicle. But I think if you bought the like Matt Tracker's car, it came with the figure.
Yeah, you had that, the figure and the helmet too. You put the fucking helmet on him.
It was a big helmet, like over the shoulders too. It was like yeah, I remember.
The helmets were their special powers, and I always liked watching when they were in whatever their home base, and it was like, all right, we have this scenario going on, and they sat at the round table and the fucking helmets came down. It's like, I always remember sitting there going, dude, what vehicle is being used for this episode? Hopefully they used the big purple fucking truck or something. It was always like, I can't wait to see who's being used. You know, what character and truck is coming out.
Take me to Toys R Us now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's done on purpose, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, I need this. They have a whole episode based on Outlaw or whatever. And then you're like, I need that truck, you know, and you go get it.
But yeah, that's that song. I mean, that song today, Mask, always on Venom's trail. Like, dude, that's fucking jams, dude.
It is cool.
Song.
I will say it's cool.
There you have it. TV theme song, TV show theme songs, intros. That's what we got.
You can't name someone cooler than Sonny Crockett in the 80s, not even Matt Tracker.
Luke and Bo Duke, and Daisy,
John Schneider,
and Tom Wopat.
You can't show that car anymore. You can't show that car anymore. That's the
Hold on, I'm fucking pulling apart. Put that fucker back in.
Your fucking toupee almost fell off.
I don't have one. Though my hair looks. I need a haircut. This is fucked up.
Why don't you just let it go?
I don't know. I've been. Here we are.
Tom had a badass mullet back in the day, and I think he should get one back. I don't see any reason why you shouldn't have one at this point.
Me?
Yeah.
Again? I did that. I had that once. It just grew that way. I didn't form it.
Avoid it.
I didn't. It just naturally grew.
I had one as well, but my hair is curly, and Tom's was like fucking. It was like it looked.
No, mine was like thick and wavy.
It looked feathered without having to do all the work. It was like if you need a mullet, that's my hair's curly. It just started curling, and but for Tom it worked out really well. A great mullet. And you know what? When we were all having mullets, it was not called a mullet.
No, we had long hair.
Simply called long hair.
So
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. But
good time.
That's it. TV shows.
Like I said, don't even like us normally be like, oh, what do you think? What's your favorite? It doesn't matter. You cannot beat Miami Vice for a theme song. And even if you think you did, the fact is that it was number one for 11 weeks, won 2 Grammys, and I mean, as far as theme songs go, that's quite the accomplishment. Wait, I have the theme song topped, and it is the Flannel Tribe podcast theme song because that is us on the instruments.
That is us.
How can you actually beat that? You have Jan Hammer, and then you also have us.
Yep.
Yeah. So listen, go put on the Miami Vice and watch it. It's a great show.
It's what killed glam rock.
Well, I think it kind of helped it, to be honest with you.
I haven't said that in a long time. I had to throw it in an episode.
That's what killed glam rock.
That's it. All right.
All right. Well,
Everybody, fuck yourselves.
yes,
Hope
please.
it was interesting
Please
to
fuck
watch
off.
some television. Watch Mask, Fraggle Rock. Don't watch Miami Vice or anything or Airwolf. Fuck that.
I think Airwolf might be rough, but Miami Vice is still cool.
Whatever. Magnum PI.
I think there was an episode of Airwolf where they do a fucking a loop in the goddamn helicopter, if I remember correctly.
You didn't even pull up the 18?
It's in my list, and it's not that I didn't consider it. I did, and it's a great theme song.
I was almost looking at fucking Current Affair Inside Edition.
Yeah, Current Affair. Connie
Yep.
Chung.
All right. Till next time, stupid assholes. We're done.
All right.
Right here.
Star Trek 2.
Two in
That's
the
a
pink, one in the stink.
2 in the pink, 2 in the stink.
Three.
You got your
Wait.
thumb in there too?
Shit's loose.
It's baggy.
All right. Signing off. Dick Licker.
And Anita B. J. now.
Till next time.
Peace
Fuck
out.
off.
Peace out, motherfucker.